We're getting it going, guys. Waiting on YouTube now. Here we go, Bigfoot World. First thing first, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Can you guys hear me, see me? Everything's all good. We're going to get it going. I don't even know where everybody's at. Hopefully, everybody gets their notifications on time. I'm getting right, guys. Trying to get right. I see you, Audrey, Brian. What's going on? Here you see you. Thanks, Lee. At least somebody listening. But we're gonna get it going. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful, wonderful St. Patrick's Day yesterday. I pretty much stayed home and cleaned all day. I didn't do much of shit. Paradox is in the house. What's going on, Bigfoot World? Just on a little bit, giving everybody time to get in here, get the notifications going. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get it started. What's going on, Audrey? Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. But anyways, guys, I'm not just gonna sit here and procrastinate, wasting time. It's been a long week. It's definitely been a long week. I ain't really been able to put much up because I ain't been home. I've been like round the clock, steady working, busting my ass. But these next 10 days, guys, today's my first day officially on vacation. Man, I needed this vacation so bad. You have no idea. This vacation is well needed. But this next 10 days, I got to myself to pretty much do whatever I want. I kept a clear calendar for these next 10 days because I got some plans, if that makes sense. I wanted to go to the cabin. I wanted to spend 4 days, 5 days up at the cabin, but it looked like that ain't working out. We'll get to that, Lee. We'll get to it. But it looked like that trip ain't working out too good. I wanted to leave Monday. Damn. I wanted to leave Monday and come back Thursday and just spend day and night out in the woods, see what happens out that way. What's up with the audio and my videos? Patrick, I wish I knew, man. It's something going on with the camera's audio. I don't know if it's the settings, if it's a filter, but it's like I get in a certain spot and it starts doing that. But I'm gonna work on that. What's happening with my DWI? I won't know nothing about that until, let's see, the 14th, April 14th, April Fool's Day. Hopefully that goes well. Sounds like a filter. Something's going on with it. I just gotta work it out because it's annoying. It kicks in and kicks out, kicks in, kicks out. I'm not sure what that sound is on there, but I'm definitely working on that, guys. It's I don't know what's up with it. I can't afford another camera at the moment because I gotta pay damn DUI attorney $1,750. It's a nightmare. But yeah, as I was saying, today's the start of my 10-day vacation, man. It's gonna be nice. I got some shit planned. Ferret in the Hole's gonna be hitting the woods with me. Okay. It drives me nuts too, Lee. But I forgot what I was even. Yeah, the lawyer keep putting it off and keep costing me more and more money. Not really, because I'm gonna go in there. That what's I really don't want to talk about it because it's before the hearing. But I think I'm gonna nip it in the bud in the first hearing. I'm not gonna string it out. I'm not gonna let this dude string it out. If I have to, I'll take the $750 loss, sending down the road and take it on as I go. Because I did my own research. I know what how much time it could hold. You know what I mean? And I think I'll be good. I think I'll be all right. I think your first DUI is pretty much you spend a lot of money. You spend a fortune. But we'll get through it. I'm working on that shit. Anyways, let's change the page on that shit. Like I said, we got a lot of things planned. Ferret in the Hole's gonna be coming out On the next couple, we got the sinkhole on the list like very soon. With this new warm weather out here, it's been in the 70s all week. It's been beautiful out here, man, and I just been enjoying it. Probation and classes, Bigfoot Mama. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. But the attorney's talking about 6 to 9 months house arrest. I'm not going for that. When the first DUI is only, what is it, 24 to 48 hours? Come on now. I'll just do a couple of days and get it over with. You're not going to drag me out and then charge me 17.50 on top of it. It's not going to happen. But anyways, yeah, I read it, Mom. I seen it. It's whatever. But I appreciate the cup, Mrs. Brand. Appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie, this cup is badass, man. As you guys see, it is my emblem as an Aries, and when it's cold, that whole cup is jet black. And as soon as you pour the coffee in it, you see what it turns into. That it's badass. I like that cup, and I appreciate that. Guys, if you want to send some birthday cards for the wall, for the fan wall, I definitely forgot. I don't know if I told you it's my birthday this week, March 23rd. Um, if you want to send some cards, birthday cards to add to the fan wall, definitely put it on this address. And I'll be joining this next 2 days on my birthday. And for the locals, everybody that's local, guys, on the 25th, I'll be celebrating my birthday at the PBR, the casino. With a bunch of us are going to get together and just hang out, spend the night out there, just enjoy each other's time. You know what I mean? Another year down, another year older, so to speak. Get a hardship, Audrey. You're an Aries too. That's what's up. We're down to earth people. Hey, that's the only way to be, Tracy. Down to earth. Happy early birthday. Thanks, Deborah. Right, Margie? I'm definitely an Aries, man. That's why I do what I do, pretty much. It's your dad's birthday on the 23rd. That's crazy. It's up to you. Whoever Tom is. I seen the message, Mom, but I can't deal with it when they're talking to all you guys, pretty much. But backtracking with, as I was saying, me and Fred, I've been talking with, and we're gonna get into some dumb shit these next 10 days, like that sinkhole. For example, you are too. You're 29. That's what's up, Sandra. But that sinkhole's on the list, man. I've been thinking about that sinkhole. I pretty much just wanted to. Today's Andrew's birthday. Your late boyfriend was in Aries. That's what's up. You guys keep sidetracking me. I'm gonna quit looking at the comments for a minute, but that sinkhole's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it, and I've been pretty much waiting for it to dry out and thaw out and let it do what it's going to do before I start getting around and looking in it, playing in it. Take some peanut butter. I got some. I just ain't been able to think about it when I'm going. Just on time tonight. Okay, real Clef, I hear you talking shit. You come on here talking shit, real Clef, but that's what's up there. Keep me on my toes, man. You're going to stay 40 forever. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with staying 40 forever. Wish I could. Chunky peanut butter. Nah, I got the creamy peanut butter, man. Got to give him the creamy on this one. I can't afford to just keep going out and buying different shit. You're 21. Some tell me you're lying a little bit, Lee. Stick the peanut butter in my backpack. You trying to get me attacked? But nah, that's where it's gonna be until I get up there to the spot, Bigfoot spot. I was looking at them videos, man. Bigfoot world has changed so much, man. I don't know what's going on with it, but it seemed like up around them rocks, they're barricading entrances off. Like they're either trying to keep something out or keep something in, as if to like they had a baby in there and they wanted to keep it inside, like they turn it into a nursery type of thing. But the whole thing is totally different. And I want to get in there and really check it out, really film it. And I wasn't able to do it because of my friend on the last trip. It was kind of my fault. I ain't gonna lie. I know you already asked. That was one of the questions in the beginning, guys, of where my friend at. Why didn't I take her? Man, it was a combination between myself and Bigfoot that scared the shit out of her. Now, she was a skeptic before we went up there, right? And on the way up there, I'm telling her, just stay close to me. They don't know you, but I've been dealing with this tribe for like 5-6 years. They know me well. They know my kids. They watch my kids grow up. And just stay close to me. I don't know how they're going to act around you because you're new. And you'll be all right. You'll have nothing to worry about. And like she must have been thinking about that on the way in. And once we got up into the spot where I park at, as soon as I got in there, shut the car off, and we got out, shut the doors, off in the distance, you hear pow, a loud ass tree knock. I didn't even have the cameras on or nothing. But we just got there. We just got out the vehicle. And she looked at me and her jaw dropped. Like, well, she knew what it was, but she still said, "What was that?" And I smiled because I knew that at that point she believed that there was something out there. There was something in that forest. She knew how far we drove deep into that forest, and nobody was out there. We get out the vehicle, and all of a sudden, this loud ass tree knock happened. And that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning, right? We get in there, and we're starting to look at these structures. I know. I see Lee. I see Lee. But we're looking at these structures going up through Bigfoot land, trying to get up to the entrance of where the maze is, right? And all these new structures, these arches tied down with logs and these trees upside down and everything going on and these rock stacks. And she's seeing this shit. And we finally get up to the maze of the Bigfoot world, the entrance. The fuck was that? It's like every Friday this happens. But anyways, what is Bigfoot's address? I wish I knew, Lee. That's funny though. And I forget now. I forget what I was saying. That was just completely caught me off guard. I wish I did have Bigfoot's address. What was I saying? Because that between the knocks in my hallway and Lee, I got completely sidetracked. Some cinnamon candy. I can definitely do that. I can take him some cinnamon. Oh. I remember now. The red hair and cinnamon. We get up to the maze, entrance of the maze, right? And she stops, and I'm trying to film, and uh, she stops. She said, "Hey," like all quiet. She was shy because I had the camera on, and she like, "Hey," and I turn around, and I'm still facing the camera this way, and I look back. She's like, and I played it off. I didn't want to go back. I was like, we done came this far. We walked at least a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. I'm not turning back. So she follows in behind me. I pretty much left her and started walking in through the maze, and she had no choice but to follow me. So I started going in, and I get back into the park where I gift the Bigfoot. I leave the apples and the bread and the peanut butter there on that rock ledge, and we made it that far, and she poking on my back like she want to go back, and I'm not ready to go back. She gonna have to stick with me, stick it out, Come on, man. We made it this far, is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So I'm still walking, and we get through the second part of the maze in Bigfoot land, and she says, "Fuck it." She just stops. Right? She's hearing these sounds, and I said, "You gotta watch, cause up above, I see him crossing back and forth as I'm walking in there. So you gotta watch." And that probably made her even more scared. And she got out into that opening. She's like, "Listen, Jeff, shut the damn camera off and come and talk to me." Right? So that's when I turned the camera around, and I'm like, "Guys, I'll be back." So I shut the camera off, and she says, I get down there, man, and she says, "Can you take me back to the car? I'm not trying to mess this up, but can you take me back to the car?" And she was shaking. You could see she was trembling. And I kind of felt bad because it was like my fault and Bigfoot's fault at the same time. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll film on the way back. Let's go." So turn the camera on and I start heading back, and I'm filming all these new changes in Bigfoot land. And we get halfway back to the car, and she says, "Are we heading back to the car?" Like, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I'm just done. I'm over it. It's like, all right, you know what? Yeah, we're going back to my car, and I'm gonna take you to your car, and that's it. I'm done. I'm like over it, man. You're good. You're on your own. If you can't go to the woods with me, what I need, you know what I mean? It was wrong, and I was just mad that I had to walk all that far, and I didn't film any of it. There was so many changes I wanted to see, and I didn't get to see any of it. So I kind of got angry, and I kind of took it out on her, which it wasn't her fault, but at the same time, it was because she was just scared and she wanted to leave, and I understand that. But I wanted to film. I'm used to this shit. I'm used to this activity. I'm used to this action, and I wanted to see more. So that kind of clashed, and that didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. Cause I'm not gonna lie, guys. After that day, I didn't see her. I didn't see her since, and I don't really, be honest with you, I don't plan on it. Cause it just wasn't the woods. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a partner hit the woods with me, but at the same time, it just they're with crashing and burning, man. So guys, don't think I just left there and broke up with her because of the woods. It wasn't the woods. It was a whole bunch of things added on, and the woods just kind of that was the bum burner. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's move on to the next subject. Jeff works for FedEx and don't know the address that's messed up. What address? Are we talking about my address? Did I mess up? Let me look at it. Let me see my address. 15429. It's the right address. If you guys want to send some fan mail for the fan wall, that's where it'll be going. Let me catch up on you guys' comments real quick. You're driving home from work again so you can listen. Kim, you better be careful, man. You're always listening and driving. What if I say something stupid? You start laughing at me and mess around and wreck. You're looking for Bigfoot's address? Shit, I've been looking for Bigfoot's address for like 10 years nowadays. I ain't found that shit yet. They know how to they know what to do when they don't want to be found. I need a chick that can cook. You ain't lying. Find me one. Send her my way when you find one. There ain't too many in this area that can cook. It's like WTF. I'd rather just eat out every day. You know what I mean? Let's go get something here. Let's go to Taco Bell. Let's hit Long John Silver. You know what I mean? Nobody can cook around here. Malaya, that's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate that. That's what's up. That's cute. Read your last comment, Mom. Let me find it. Was she mad at that you ended it? Nah, it really wasn't over that real Clough. It was like a bunch of things. You know what I mean? It's like even I'm not talking shit on her because I'm going to. You just don't know her name, and I'm not really talking shit on her. But let's just say it didn't go well. Let's leave it at that. Jeff worked for. I read that one. Mom, I don't see your other comment. When you first saw that girl, you thought it was Porky's ex. Okay, here we go. Hey, Mom, that's funny. Porky's ex was like a lot, about 300 pounds bigger. That's funny though. You got jokes. You got jokes. Not that there's nothing wrong with bigger women. Mom, come on. Need to send Jeff a sweet treat. That's what's up, Audrey. Saying something piss somebody off. If you go looking for them, they'll follow you home. You know what? Listen, guys, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Um, Dixie Cryptis just did a documentary. It's called a Bigfoot Hunter's Trackway. It's called a Bigfoot Hunter's Trackway. You gotta watch it. It's a good. It's really not even about Bigfoot. It is, but it's about the hunters that's hunting Bigfoot. You know what I mean? And their group of they're good guys, and they get a lot of good activity for the simple fact they know how to track. Like Turtle Man, he'll go in there, he'll track the shit out of something. He'll track something like cross 3 state lines and still be on it. But these guys here, I was watching this documentary, and you really should check it out. I'm for real. Um, it's they go in and find a corridor, a Bigfoot corridor, and they'll track it. They'll track it as much as they can. They'll document their tracks, their activity, and they'll get to know that tribe and get to know their cycle. And what they'll do is they'll get ahead of them and they'll set and wait on them to come up and get, you know what I mean, to come at them. And it works. And they got a lot of successful activity, a lot of action going on with that. So you definitely want to check out these 3 guys. Their stories of how they even got started is definitely interesting. And it reminds me of how I got started and why I got in looking for Bigfoot. So definitely check him out, man. Dixie Crypt is by Dixie Cryptid. He did the documentary. I'm telling you, Audrey, he did. Dixie Cryptid did a documentary. It's called A Bigfoot Hunter's Trackway. Tells a lot about him, man. You can learn about him. Nah, Richard Turtle Man. I don't. Ever since he got hit with that rock, man. I think it scared him, and that happens. I hope not. I hope that's not the case, because that happens to a lot of researchers. A lot. They'll have a bad experience with him, and just be done. They'll just be done. The 2 dudes from Ohio. You seen that shit, Tracy? They're interesting individuals. You could definitely learn a lot from them. But definitely check it out. Tomorrow, I got a date with a bunch of managers from work. We're gonna check out this panic room, man. I never ever been in a panic room. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be first experience on that shit. I don't know if I'm gonna film it or not. I think that's just something I'm gonna go in and have fun with. That was an excellent documentary. I learned so much, and they do a lot of similar stuff that I do, but on a more professional basis. You know what I mean? I go out there and have fun with it at the same time, get in its corridors and track through and see what I see until I see something. And they do pretty much the same shit, but like I said, on a much professional level, they get shit done. They don't, and they're packing guns. My only protection is the camera. You know what I mean? You go to Mexican markets and be good meat for cheap. Lucky you, Margie. Meat around here, everything around here is through the roof expensive. It's like tripled, and it's only gonna get worse. He just got out of the hospital. That sucks. That sucks. That's not good. You would definitely stay out the woods when Bigfoot mating season. You're right, man. But that's the only time you can really get some activity. I don't even know when their mating season is. I think they might even just be like us and they wake up with that morning and roll over and go at it pretty much. They could be a lot like us. Malaya, I see you, man. Just became the Golden Crew family member. Welcome to the team, man. That's what's up. Mecca, take some peanut butter out there. I'm gonna take a lot of things out there. I know I'm gonna get some cinnamon. They love that cinnamon, but I'm just not gonna. I gotta find a way to take it out the wrappers. Maybe put it in a bowl with a lid, bunch of cinnamon in it. But them wrappers, last time I did that, they had the red wrappers all through that forest. I was going through picking shit up. I'm still seeing red wrappers out there sometimes. The Bigfoot mama. There's a lot of good pictures on my Facebook page. I don't know if you guys remember on Into the Woods with Jeff on Facebook, but there's some great pictures on there. Very good ones. That reminds me, I did get a good picture out of that last trip with her, with my friend. It kind of looked like Jesus coming out from under a rock. I'm not gonna lie. On my next video, I'm gonna post it at the beginning. Damn, I'm getting all kind of messages. Let me see this picture. I don't know if you. Let me see here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna post these pictures. I got a few of them. Check this out. This is coming out from underneath a rock when we was walking up toward Bigfoot in a hole. I'll post a timestamp and everything on my first video. That picture scared me. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, is Jesus coming after me? What I do? Is he mad because I just broke up with this chick? Did he just send her for me and I just threw her away like Adam did with Eve? What's going on here? I kind of got nervous with that shit. But hey, that's a crazy, crazy ass picture. I mean, he's coming out from under a rock as I'm walking up. I'll post a timestamp in the next video in the picture with it. Yeah, you definitely did, Mom. A lot of funny ones. But that was that dude coming out from under the rock. There's some caveman tribal people that I think that moved into the area, and they might be the ones that's redoing all Bigfoot land. Maybe there is a new tribe that came in and took over that, and that they're changing it the way they like it. I'm not sure, man, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. There's definitely a change. Everything about Bigfoot land is totally different. They used to keep it cleaned up, and now there's debris everywhere. There's structures are new, barricades all around the place are new. It's it's crazy. Yeah, that's my photo. It came straight out of a video, the last video of the sounds chased her out or scared her out. It was the last video posted. It's crazy. I'll post a timestamp on the next video and along with these pictures, a couple pictures that I got. A 10-foot Bigfoot for your friends. That's funny. I see them everywhere. I see them out. Them things are expensive for just a cutout, but they're fun to have. They're cool to have. They're definitely cool to have. I can't wait to get out there, guys. I got nothing to do for the next 10 days but hit the woods, go to the woods. Every day, something different. Fred's coming out here, and that's when we get in trouble. Every time me and Fred get in the hole, we get together, man, we get some crazy shit out there. I'm in Pennsylvania, Malaya. Connersville, Pennsylvania. I can't wait till that one. That's gonna be a fun trip. Every time me and Fair, you guys know we, we're going in some holes. He's going into some holes. He always gets in some holes. Every time we get out there, it's like that's his thing, man. You already know that's what he wants to do. So I get my light and the camera and I see you on the other side, man. Let's see what happens. But I can't wait to check out the sinkholes. Them things opened up. We don't know how old they've been, how long they've been closed up. They could be thousands and thousands of years old. You don't know that until you get in there and see what's going on. You're here in PA also. That's what's up. I'm in Fayette County. You like the one I approved today? That's what everybody's saying. It's mating season for them. I hope I don't get out there and get raped. At least by not no damn Bigfoot. I did see some crazy shit going into the woods. I run into naked dudes out there. It's like you'd be surprised at what you see out in the woods. You guys remember that shit? I was driving out there. As soon as I pulled into the as soon as the cement hit woods, I got like 50 yards on this dirt road back in, and this naked dude standing up on the bank, just holding himself, looking down at me. I just looked at him and just kept on going. Like, why the f is this naked dude just out in the woods looking at me and shit? I experienced some weird, crazy shit out in the forest. Man, I got some stories for days just going out there, man. Me and Fair both, from the chains that rattled in between us, the old record player music, to the handprint that went down on Mike through the tent, the hand that came down and touched the top of Mike's head, to that big ass orb that chased me through the damn woods, the soldier that came out the rock. I mean, there's just so many different things that happen. People would think I'm completely out of my damn mind. I wonder half the time if I lost my damn mind. Am I really seeing this shit? It's 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 amazing, man. This Pennsylvania is an old state and it's packed with some crazy shit. The more I go out there, it's like, what is this a movie? Am I the star of some crazy ass movie? What's going on out here? It just remember that octopus thing. Me and my friend Cheese was out there about a waterfall, and that octopus thing was in the woods, in the trees, and it came down. It was hanging there, and then it went up. It shot up and just like cloaked out like the predator. The type of shit. That was. There's some weird shit out in these woods, man. Weird shit. So many things we experience, and it's just crazy. It must have been licking his chops, looking at me. There's a lot of weird shit. But that was what I was saying. How I got into it. I was thinking about the documentary, Dixie Cryptid documentary, and they was telling their stories of why they got into hunting Bigfoot and how their first encounters of it and shit. And they're right, man. When you finally see your first Sasquatch, he's out standing right there in front of you, looking at you. You can hear him breathing, and like you don't think about nothing. Your mind shuts down. Your body shuts down. You're not thinking about let's film this dude. Let's run. You don't think about anything. You just stand there and your brain's trying to process what the F you're looking at. Like, what is this? This thing ain't even supposed to be real in this world, in this life. And I'm looking at it, looking at me. You know what I mean? When I was coming down across that field at that campsite, and I looked to my right, and he jumped. Like, he didn't even jump. It's like he took a step and landed in the middle of the field, and the next step was in the wood line down on the other side of the field. He was paralleling me across the field, and that was my first encounter. And ever since then, it's like what are these things? What the hell? And I should have knew because the forest we was in was Susquehanna. Like that wasn't a hint in itself. That place, that forest is so polluted with Bigfoot. It's impossible not to have an encounter out there. If you can get, if you're in the area and you got an opportunity, definitely take a hike up through Susquehanna State Forest. That place is, it's amazing. You can consider yourself gifted if you ever get a chance to go out there and check that out, man. Because that blew my mind. The whole time we was out there, both trips that we went there, we've had amazing encounters. I went out at 6 in the morning, man, and there's this long trail that goes out to this open field through the forest, and I'm walking out this long trail at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. The sun just came up. It just got light enough to where I can see. You know what I mean? And I'm walking out, just getting ready to hit that field, and that same field that I had my first encounter in. When I came out, the grass is like, just to give you an idea, the grass is like 2 feet high, right? It's like that hay grass. It's pretty high, that straw grass, and as soon as I make it out to the poke out to the open field, over into the middle of the field, going across over to the other side into the wood line, I can see this head bobbing up and down, trying to, like it's on all fours and it's bobbing, trying to get into the wood line. And that was my second encounter. That night when I went to sleep at the cabin, it's I had this dream like they took me out of my body, they took my soul and took me to their tribe. Like they walked me right into their tribe and introduced me to each one of their members of their family. You know what I mean? And I was infatuated ever since then. That dream was so vivid and like it was real, like I really lived it. And they took me back to my body and put me in, and like they opened up and they let me in. I felt like, you know what I mean? It's a weird ass experience, and I've been stuck out here walking the woods looking for them ever since. And that leads us to the Bigfoot world we have today. You know what I mean? Now they never even told me their names. It just like they was sitting there. They went to each one and they was looking at me. I was checking them out, and they was showing me each one, and then they took me back. It was crazy. Out in Cannonsburg. That's not far from me. Out of body experience. I did have one. I'm glad you said that. That's a whole nother story, Audrey. I did have an outer body experience, and I think I had maybe more than one before that. But this story is a whole different story, guys. But it's an outer body experience. I do believe in them because I've actually had one. Um, my to keep it simple, how can I say it? To describe the person. One of my girlfriends, like one of my long term girlfriends of years, you know what I mean? Not that my ex, but it was one of my long term girlfriends, and it was coming to a point. Let's just say I was I was sleeping and my body left, right? My soul left my body, and I went to my girlfriend's sister's attic. It happened there. And the setting was there was a bed in the attic, and on each side of the bed there was mattresses, right? And I'm going into this attic and I'm floating in, and I see the sister on the main bed talking to like two other people, and over on the left, on the far bed, on the mattress on the floor, I see like a blanket moving, and my blood's boiling just thinking about it, telling the story. But I walk over and I pull this blanket off, right, and this dude is like pounding the shit out of my girl, like tearing it up. And I'm looking, and like it's like, wow, that blew me. But it's like I blew all the way back to my body. I woke up and like I couldn't even catch my breath. It was so damn real. She comes home, right? And I'm like, where was you at? What's going on with you? And I never been at the sister's. She just been there like a couple months, and I've never been at the sister's apartment, right? But anyways, she come home, and I'm asking her questions like, "Where was you at? What's going on with you?" And she's like, "Nothing. Uh, my sister was having issues with something, and she was over there helping her out." I said, "Yeah, she's helping her out, huh?" And I said, "Where was you at?" Up in the attic. And she looked at me like, "Oh, my sister done told on me." Her sister never said anything. Like, I never even talked to her sister. But she's looking at me like, "Oh, shit, my sister done snitched me out." And I'm saying, like, little shit like, "Why didn't you use the bed instead of on the floor on that little ass beat up mattress?" And she's looking at me like, "That little bitch told on me." And I said, what are you talking about? You're telling on yourself. You're telling me, but at the end of the day, I seen you, and I'm gonna get my shit together and I'm gonna be out. But that was my first outer body experience. I caught this chick cheating on me. You know what I mean? I watched her do it, and then I waited for her to come home. And then when I confronted her, it's like she looked at me like I was a ghost, and she couldn't believe that I knew what I knew. She actually called her sister out, cussed her out, and her sister had no damn idea what the hell she was even talking about. But that shit, it was painful, but it was a hard way to find out, and it definitely happened. I mean, that's a crazy ass shit. That's some crazy shit. That that brought back memories on the outer body shit. I did have that a couple of times. Sometimes I wish I didn't, and some, you know what I mean? But that was two different occasions of outer body experience that I've had that I remembered like it was so vivid. It felt like a dream, but at the same time it was real. It was like you barely remember, you maybe remember bits and pieces of your dream. I remember every second, every frame by frame of, that happened on both occasions, you know what I mean? I can tell you exactly what went down the whole time that I was out there. It's a weird experience. It's even hard to explain, but I think I think it's interesting myself. You do it all the time. I mean, and I know noticed another thing. I just did it the other day going to work. I like if something's about to happen. Matter of fact, my whole life, I've even told you guys. I don't know how many times I've got out of so much shit by listening to my gut. It's not even really my gut. It's like this little voice will speak to me and tell me what's about to happen, and I'll get ready for it. I'll react to it, or I'll run. Or on this just the other day, day before yesterday, what was it? Damn, I want to say Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. I was driving to work. It was like 2 in the morning. I'm running late, and I'm doing like 55, 60 on this country road. And it's an S turn, and there's a sharp U turn almost that comes around. And as I'm going around these S turns, this voice says, "Listen, man, going around that turn, there's going to be a bus." The voice said, "There's going to be a bus sitting there on right on the other side of the U-turn." And as I'm saying, it's not a bus. I'm going around the U-turn, and I put my foot on the brake to start to hit the brake, and it's not. It's a white van that's sitting there. He just hit a deer. He smashed into a deer, and he's stuck in the middle of both lanes. I couldn't even go around him, so I had to lock up my brakes and slide up. Almost rear-ended the shit out of this dude, but it like the voice told me. I'm arguing with the voice. He's saying there's a school bus on the other side of the U-turns that stop, and my voice said it's not a bus. And before I can get it's not a bus out, it's a white van on the other side of this U-turn. That shit saved my life a couple of times. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but it's like ESP, but it only seconds ahead of time, if that makes sense. Thanks, Margie. That definitely helps out a lot, man. That gives me a lot of shit on that. When I was a kid, we was doing some misfit shit out on the main road, acting a fool, and hanging with the wrong crowd type of shit. And we're coming down this main street at odd hour, like 3 in the morning, just acting a fool. You know, somebody gonna call the cops, screaming, yelling, talking shit, like we was big and bad. We're only like 12, 13 years old, and the voice told me to run, that the cops are here, run. So like, I take off running, and I go in between these two houses and cut across this side road. And as I'm cutting across the side road, I look up and I see all these police lights coming in on them and shit, on the dudes that I was hanging with. Every one of them got caught except for me, because of that same voice was telling me the shit's going down, time to go. That happened too many times, man. I just gotta follow that instinct. I don't even know how we got on the subject of it, but it's definitely an interesting subject. I've definitely had some crazy ass experiences with that. Them were just a couple. You have a little warning system too. Definitely take heed to it. Listen to it. It'll save your ass many, many different occasions. Thanks, Lee. Definitely hit that like button, guys. Or dislike, it don't matter. However you feel. Catching up on you guys' comments real quick. You love the rural areas out in Washington County. There is some crazy, there is some stuff going on out there, guys. Pay attention. I'm not going to talk about much of it on this channel, but definitely be ready, pay attention, keep your eyes open. Don't fall for everything you hear. You're between Erie and Pittsburgh. I'm on the other side of Pittsburgh in pretty much Fayette County. Fayette. I'm just catching up real quick, guys. On that note, Puff Puff Pass. He's talking to you, Mom. That's funny. Call it instincts. That's about it. That's about it, Frogman. That hog leg might have caused it. Wow. It's hard to keep up with you guys. Go back to vacation plans. I hear you, Audrey. I do have a lot going on, man. I ain't got to worry about work, sleeping all damn day, staying up all night working. I ain't got to worry about that shit for the next 10 days. I can pretty much do whatever. I wanted to hit the cabin, like I said, for 4 days, 5 days, but I can't get nobody on board. Ferret can't get no babysitter. It's like everybody's got something going on. You know what I mean? I'm interested in it too, Kathy. You guys are crazy. Real Clough Mama. I'll take care of that after the live stream. When I give your green lighter back, I how you know? That's fucked up. I mean, that's funny. How you know my lighter was green? Because I don't think I showed it on the. How would I show it? That's funny. Maybe I get it from my mama. Who knows? People are either awake or they're asleep, right, Tracy? Just pay attention, man. Don't fall for everything you hear on the news. How are the grandbabies? They're beautiful, man. They're beautiful. And, thanks for reminding me. Jeff has no longer a brand new 2020 Chrysler 300. It got wrapped around or not a telephone pole, a damn tree. I guess a car came on coming traffic, and in the wee hours of the night came across the double line and ran him off the road, and he kind of smashed the shit out of a tree with that car, man. He totaled that car. It's bad. When you see the car, you wouldn't think, how in the hell did he make it out of this shit? It was bad. But everything's good. Everyone's okay. You know what I mean? For the most part, it got lucky. That shit that scared me. They sent me some pictures and nothing else. Like, oh my god! So what the fuck? Here we go. I can't. I ain't even ready for this. You know what I mean? But everything's good. Everything's bad. I mean, it's not bad. The car is bad. They'll never ever see the car again. Jeff's talking about, here, Dad. I told you I was gonna give it to you. Yeah, I guess they worship now to have a car. Where's the front half? But on the end of the next video, I'll put some pictures up and show you that car. It's pretty nasty. It's bad. There was definitely somebody watching over him. And that's, if it's just not your time, man. It's not your time, because I don't know how he didn't. It should have been so much worse than what it was, and it wasn't. It's definitely somebody was watching over him, and I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm glad. That's all I need. You know what I mean? But he did have full coverage on the car. He's happy as shit. Damn, I'm about to get a fresh one. I'm about to get a 2023 brand new one. We'll get some with four-wheel drive, some a little smaller. You know how to drive. He's good spirited. I love Junior. He definitely is good spirited. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump out here. I'm glad we're up to 83 people now. That's what's up. Definitely hit the like button on your way out, guys. On a good note, we're gonna have some fun this week. Oh, before I go, guys, like I was saying earlier, the 25th next week, the 25th, I might not be on Friday Night Live. I might miss one because I'll be celebrating my birthday, guys. Hopefully you understand. I might do a video on that on my way out there. If anybody wants to come out and meet up, have a good night out, definitely come to the PBR. And they say it's in Pittsburgh, but it's really Greensburg. At the casinos, and we're going to be having a good night out that way next Friday. I don't know if I'm going to just go ahead and jump on with you guys from 7 to 8 and then head out till 8. But I don't know what everybody's plans are, because there's a bunch of us that's going. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. Check out my Facebook page. I'll post it up on there if I'm going live. You guys will know if you see me post it up. Then I'll be going live. For the most part, I probably won't be, because it's my birthday and I'm trying to have a good time, a good day on that day. Real Clef, I appreciate that, man. It's gonna be a good week coming up. It's definitely gonna be a good week. I can't wait till Fred gets out here so we can hit this hole up. I want to check out that hole so bad. That's all I've been thinking about, is that damn hole. Thanks, Andrew. That means a lot. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out of here. Everybody have a safe, safe week. Love the ones you with, guys. You see the sign behind me. Definitely stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure. I'm getting out of here, guys. It's time for me to puff pass. Stay tuned.